There is a moment every rider dreams about. A moment when engineering, intuition, and the thrill of motion converge into something that feels almost predictive. It is not about top speed or extreme lean angles. It is about the feeling of a machine reading the road with you, not after you. In that moment, every vibration carries meaning, every adjustment feels immediate, and confidence rises in a way that feels earned, not borrowed. This is where precision matters, where the difference between good and exceptional becomes a subtle combination of balance, response, and clarity. When a machine delivers that sensation, riders remember it long after the ride ends. If you want more deep dives like this one, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below with the next topic you want covered. When we start examining the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 in detail, we enter a world shaped by intention, refinement, and relentless pursuit of rider-focused performance. This machine represents a very specific philosophy about how a modern high-performance motorcycle should communicate with its rider. The story of the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 begins with its roots in elite competition, but its real significance comes from how that heritage translates into a production platform built for advanced enthusiasts who expect precision that feels almost anticipatory. The design reflects years of incremental gains that stack into something far more meaningful than a simple collection of specifications. The superbike landscape has shifted over time, with many manufacturers leaning heavily into raw output. Yet the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 stays committed to the idea that power without nuance does not create a well-rounded experience. So the platform builds around a measured balance of agility, stability, and sensory clarity. The chassis architecture demonstrates that mindset: compact, tightly optimized, and shaped to maintain predictable behavior under high load. It works with the V4 engine to maintain equilibrium, rather than forcing the rider to constantly correct posture and trajectory. This stability shows itself at intermediate speeds just as much as in controlled track environments. The perception of effort blurs, replaced by a sense that the bike wants to track clean lines naturally, almost as though it anticipates the next set of movements. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 power plant continues the brand's reputation for compact V4 engineering that emphasizes smoothness and consistency under stress. Instead of feeling abrupt or headstrong, it summons acceleration with a refined cadence that prioritizes connection over spectacle. Riders who have experienced engines that surge unpredictably or that respond too harshly at low openings will notice the difference immediately. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 maintains a clear, manageable energy curve that allows riders to place the bike exactly where intended. This approach rewards deliberate input. Light touches, subtle corrections, and measured throttle behavior produce tangible results that reinforce confidence. That confidence is critical because it encourages exploration of capability in a controlled manner. Riders learn to trust that the bike will remain composed even under demanding conditions. The aerodynamics on the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 tell an equally intentional story. The bodywork includes functional winglets designed to create additional stability in high-stress scenarios, while maintaining predictable loading at both ends of the chassis. This is not a styling gimmick. It is a calibrated attempt to improve consistency during rapid transitions and heavy braking. Riders often describe how certain motorcycles feel unsettled during changes in elevation or during fast directional shifts. By contrast, the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 resists that unsettled sensation through a combination of aerodynamic stability and chassis rigidity that work together in harmony. The winglets deliver noticeable benefit at speed, especially on longer sweepers or in situations where crosswinds influence balance. Instead of reacting abruptly, the bike neutralizes small disturbances and encourages the rider to maintain chosen lines. This attention to dynamic predictability shows up again in the ergonomics. Aprilia shaped the RSV4 Factory 2023 to encourage a forward, athletic posture that complements the bike's compact mass distribution. The seating triangle pushes the rider into a mindset of engagement rather than passive operation. It communicates clearly through seat, pegs, and bars, which creates a sense of synergy that some larger or more relaxed performance bikes cannot duplicate. Even the tank shaping allows better lock-in for corner entry and mid-corner stability. This level of thoughtful ergonomic sculpting matters because it helps riders maintain physical alignment when speed increases. The result is a platform that does not feel overwhelming. Instead, it welcomes technique refinement and rewards consistency. Electronics play a defining role in shaping that experience. The APRC system on the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 layers traction management, throttle response variations, engine braking adjustments, and wheel control settings into a suite designed to interpret rider intention instead of simply reacting to wheel slip or chassis behavior. Many high-performance bikes include advanced electronics, yet not all of them feel transparent. Aprilia focuses on maintaining a natural sensation that avoids the feeling of intervention. This sunlight-clear feedback loop allows the rider to sense grip rather than guess at it. The bike communicates through subtle mechanical cues rather than abrupt corrections. Each setting in the APRC suite fine-tunes how the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 distributes force and adjusts its dynamic behavior. As riders shift through maps, they discover that the system supplies just enough support without overwhelming personal input. This compatibility between mechanical tuning and digital assistance is one of the platform's strongest traits. It never feels like the machine is operating on top of the rider, but rather alongside them. The frame of the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 maintains the brand's reputation for tightly packaged rigidity. It resists flex during demanding conditions, but still offers enough compliance to communicate surface texture. This allows riders to feel what is happening without being jolted or fatigued. The system yields information that helps anticipate traction shifts during corner exit or under heavy load. This matters because a lack of clarity can undermine rider confidence, especially when pushing closer to personal limits. With the RSV4 Factory 2023, clarity is a priority, so the frame operates as a channel for accurate feedback. The suspension tuning reinforces that goal. The system is calibrated to maintain consistent contact across varying surfaces without becoming too soft or too firm. A suspension setup that communicates effectively transforms the entire riding experience. Riders feel changes in weight transfer without experiencing harsh reactions that destabilize posture or disrupt lines. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 achieves this through refined damping behavior that adapts well to environments ranging from open highways to controlled track settings. Many riders notice how some motorcycles struggle to find a middle ground between comfort and performance. This model manages that balance through patient tuning rather than abrupt compromise. The braking system integrates into this identity seamlessly. Strong but not aggressive, it maintains proportionality between lever pressure and stopping capability. Instead of feeling grabby or unpredictable, the brakes on the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 offer a measured response that supports confident deceleration. Riders who value consistency will appreciate how the system maintains composure during repeated heavy applications. Thermal stability and predictable bike contribute to a composed feel even under stress. Taken together, all these systems illustrate that the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 is not simply a high-output machine. It is the result of meticulous refinement aimed at delivering clarity to the rider. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 enters deeper focus when we examine how its engineering philosophy expresses itself through the interplay of electronics, chassis behavior, and mechanical refinement. This is where the motorcycle distinguishes itself from performance machines that rely primarily on raw output. Within the first technical layer, the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 demonstrates how subtle calibration of its system shapes rider confidence. Instead of simply adding features, the platform integrates them to create a coherent riding environment where each component communicates with the others. Many modern machines include adjustable engine maps, traction settings, and ride modes. Yet the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 avoids the fragmented feel that can occur when systems overlap without harmony. Here, the electronic architecture aligns throttle response, fuel mapping, and stability support in ways that feel organic rather than mechanical. Riders often comment that when electronic aids are tuned poorly, the intervention feels abrupt, like a sudden interruption. The RSV4 Factory 2023 avoids that abruptness through consistency and clarity of intention. This is reflected in the traction logic, which prioritizes transparency. Instead of creating a sensation of sudden correction, it modulates grip gradually so the rider perceives the interaction as guidance instead of control. That guidance is especially noticeable in transitional zones where small corrections define the overall fluidity of a ride. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 excels in those areas because it interprets subtle throttle openings with great nuance. To understand why, it helps to look at how the throttle behavior connects to the V4 engine. The ride-by-wire controls modulate response in a way that complements the engine's natural smoothness, allowing the rider to apply power in small, precise increments. Some motorcycles create a sense of unpredictability at low openings, which can complicate tight cornering or controlled acceleration. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 avoids this through a highly predictable response curve that maintains linearity regardless of environment. This linearity matters because it supports intentional riding. When the rider feels certain about how the bike will behave, the entire experience becomes calmer and more deliberate. Comfort in this context does not mean softness, it means clarity. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 achieves clarity through its carefully balanced chassis, which uses stiffness strategically to enhance accuracy without introducing unnecessary rigidity. A chassis that is too flexible can undermine stability during high load changes. One that is too rigid can transmit excessive feedback and reduce rider confidence. This model threads the needle between those extremes. Its balance keeps the platform calm during heavy load transitions, while still offering sensory detail that helps the rider interpret road conditions. Sensory detail is especially important in corner entry, where weight transfer dictates the line, and the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 communicates that transfer clearly. The rider receives immediate feedback about grip levels, lean potential, and chassis posture. This feedback supports intentional riding because it enables quick micro-adjustments that shape the entire cornering arc. In high-speed sweepers, this clarity becomes even more impactful. The bike maintains line discipline without requiring the rider to compensate for unexpected flex or instability. This contributes to the sense of effortlessness often associated with the RSV4 platform. It functions as an extension of the rider's planning, rather than a machine that needs frequent course correction. Suspension tuning further reinforces this identity. The system avoids being overly plush or firm, instead finding that controlled midpoint where stability and feedback coexist. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 absorbs small irregularities without transmitting harshness, yet still conveys texture effectively so the rider can judge traction. This equilibrium is critical because suspension that communicates poorly can undermine trust during mid-corner adjustments. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 reaches its fullest meaning when we look at how its performance translates into the rider's long-term experience. This is where the platform reveals implications that go beyond specifications or immediate impressions and enters the realm of progression, adaptability, and sustained capability. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 continues to refine its identity not only through its engineering, but through how riders interact with it over time. The machine shapes habits, expectations, and decision-making because it offers such consistent clarity in its responses. Many high-performance motorcycles feel impressive in the short term, but become demanding or fatiguing during extended use. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 avoids this trajectory by balancing intensity with refinement, which encourages riders to continue advancing their technique, rather than withdrawing from the machine's potential. This long-term usability matters because motorcycles in this category often become intimidating as speeds climb or as the limits approach. But the RSV4 Factory 2023 maintains a grounded personality that keeps riders focused rather than overwhelmed. That focus builds trust. Trust evolves into curiosity. Curiosity leads to progression. Progression becomes especially evident when riders explore the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 across different environments. The platform remains stable enough for spirited weekend rides, yet detailed enough to support controlled track development. Many riders describe a shift in their own skills after extended time with the motorcycle. The predictable feedback and clarity of intention allow them to refine braking markers, corner entry points, and throttle timing with confidence. This consistent reinforcement turns good habits into instinctive patterns. Instead of second-guessing grip or chassis response, riders can rely on the RSV4 Factory 2023 to communicate precisely how the bike is reacting at any given moment. This reliability creates a mental bandwidth advantage. Riders spend less time interpreting surprises and more time refining technique. As a result, the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 becomes a growth platform rather than simply a performance tool. Part of that growth emerges from the seamless relationship between the V4 engine and the electronic oversight. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 encourages riders to apply the throttle with intent, knowing the system will support clean application without unwanted surges. This smooth interaction teaches riders to modulate power more accurately. They learn to maintain traction through fine control, rather than relying on abrupt corrections. Over time, this level of feedback sharpens consistency. The bike reveals subtle improvements in form, posture, and line selection. Even advanced riders find new layers of understanding because the machine never masks information. It refines it. By presenting traction, balance, and response in such transparent ways, the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 encourages riders to explore nuanced adjustments that might go unnoticed on other motorcycles. Endurance also plays a role in the long-term experience. The ergonomics on the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 may appear aggressive at first glance, yet the shaping of the tank, seat, and pegs creates an efficient environment for extended riding sessions. When the rider's weight can be stabilized effectively, the upper body remains free for control rather than support. This reduces fatigue, sharpens reactions, and improves decision-making. Riders who spend hours on the motorcycle will notice how the posture supports sustained focus. The platform demands engagement without draining energy prematurely. This is especially valuable for those who practice improving their technique through repetition. The bike supports endurance without compromising precision. With each session, the rider becomes more in sync with the RSV4 Factory 2023. The machine feels increasingly like an extension of the body's natural movement. The aerodynamic characteristics also contribute to a long-term sense of trust. The winglets and body shaping operate as subtle stabilizing forces that enhance calmness during high-load scenarios. Instead of creating a sensation of pressure or turbulence, the airflow works with the chassis to maintain a neutral attitude. This neutrality becomes increasingly noticeable at higher speeds, where airflow stability can influence confidence and clarity. Over time, riders develop a deeper understanding of how the airflow interacts with the bike's handling. They learn how to predict behavior based on wind conditions and body position. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 offers an environment where such nuances can be studied and refined without becoming unpredictable. This predictability distinguishes it from machines that rely primarily on brute aerodynamic force, rather than refined shaping. Thermal management also affects long-term confidence. The cooling system on the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 maintains consistent operating conditions even during extended high-load sessions. Riders can push their skills without worrying about fluctuating temperatures that might alter throttle response or engine performance. The stability of the temperature profile reinforces the bike's overall identity. It signals reliability under strain, which gives the rider yet another point of trust. Trust builds comfort. Comfort becomes confidence. Confidence leads to growth. Braking performance continues this theme of ongoing progression. The braking system on the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 encourages disciplined technique through consistent feel and predictable bite. Riders learn to adjust pressure more precisely, because the system responds proportionally to input without sudden peaks that could unsettle the chassis. This consistent braking feedback helps riders refine timing, weight transfer, and trail braking technique with measurable results. Over weeks and months, the rider notices that braking lines become more consistent and transitions into corner entry become smoother. The motorcycle reinforces correct habits through predictable behavior. It supports learning instead of punishing experimentation. This quality is rare among high-performance platforms, where overly sharp braking behavior can create anxiety or discourage exploration. The cumulative effect of these elements transforms the long-term experience into something greater than the sum of its parts. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 becomes a living system of refinement, clarity, and continuity. Each ride feels like a continuation of the last rather than a reset. Progress is never lost, only expanded upon. The machine encourages a mindset of deliberate improvement. Riders become more attuned to their own capability because the bike presents information with consistent transparency. Some machines overwhelm the senses with noise, vibration, or abrupt reactions. The RSV4 Factory 2023 sharpens the senses instead. It creates an environment where growth feels natural. It becomes easier to sense how small adjustments influence the overall experience. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 demonstrates how a high-performance motorcycle can shape a complete riding journey. This machine shows that precision, communication, and refinement can elevate rider confidence and skill in ways that last long beyond the first impression. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 stands out because it operates as a cohesive system. The chassis, aerodynamics, electronics, and V4 powerplant work together to support deliberate, confident riding without overwhelming the senses. As riders spend time with the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023, they begin to understand how its predictable feedback patterns and stable behavior help refine braking technique, throttle timing, corner entry, and overall posture. These qualities transform the motorcycle into a growth platform that rewards calm, methodical improvement. Long-term riders often describe how the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 changes their expectations for what a performance motorcycle should feel like. Once they adapt to its consistency and clarity, other machines sometimes seem vague or less communicative by comparison. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 also illustrates that high performance does not need to rely on extreme aggression. Instead, it achieves capability through harmony and balance. The aerodynamic shaping, rigid yet communicative chassis, and progressive braking system each contribute to a stable environment where riders can focus on form and technique, rather than surprise reactions or abrupt behavior. This level of refinement supports extended sessions without excessive fatigue. The bike remains supportive even as demands increase, which encourages continuous learning rather than momentary excitement. Riders who commit to the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 often discover that its most impressive qualities are not the headline figures, but the deeper layers of control and feedback that emerge over time. In many ways, the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 represents what modern high-performance riding can become when engineers value clarity as much as strength. The motorcycle respects rider intention and offers a predictable response that builds trust. Trust allows riders to explore their limits safely and thoughtfully. Thoughtful exploration leads to noticeable progression. Progression creates satisfaction that lasts for years. As a complete platform, the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 embodies this cycle through its consistent character and engaging dynamics. The result is a motorcycle that not only performs at a high level, but also elevates the rider's understanding of skill, precision, and connection. For those who value long-term growth and nuanced performance, the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2023 remains a compelling and rewarding companion.